All right, today is November the 7th, 2016, and right now at 8 p.m. in the foothills, we have a temperature of 65 degrees. The relative humidity is 41%. We have a dew point of 41 degrees, and the barometer is reading 30.05, which is high. And the reason for that is we have this dual storm system right here. We have two lows spinning around each other right off the U.S. coast and the Canadian coast, and we have this huge front which is threatening to bring rain. But of course, what's happening here today is that we have high pressure being installed right in this area to block any further eastbound movement of this frontal system. Also, we're expecting 90-degree temperatures tomorrow in certain areas around LA and Southern California right here. And we can see that a transmitter is cutting a channel of high pressure right through this area, which will prevent this separating frontal system. This is being cut away. We have a right angle right here on this storm, this dual storm system. There's the angle right there. And what that's doing is this frontal system is peeling off, and that will move on out to the east. And so this area of high pressure, which has been built in with a transmitter, will prevent all this moisture from merging with another low pressure system right over here. All right. Also, there is a developing hurricane force system right down in this area, according to the surface analysis map right here. We can take a look at that. We have that developing hurricane force system right in this area. We have those dual low pressures, and then there's looks like a system is developing around the jet stream flow right here, and we have a huge cold front. But none of that's going to get anywhere near California right here because of this huge area of high pressure. We had a complete canopy of heavy chemtrail spraying once again today. And I think that pattern will also repeat tomorrow because of everything that's going on here. We have high pressure that is winding, high pressure being installed right in this area to prevent this system from moving any further east. But what's happening is the high pressure spins clockwise, and we get some of that residual moisture moving around in this direction, the clockwise direction. Some of that is moving down into Southern California, and that is why we're seeing a lot of chemtrail spraying by these jets. They're up flying at 40,000 feet, 45,000 feet, and they are spraying a complete canopy over our area. And that's why there is no rain anywhere in California right now showing up on the Doppler map. If we take a look at the Doppler map right now, we can take a look right here. We can see that there's really nothing happening in California. And really the only rain is up here in Vancouver and part of northwestern Washington state. So the entire state of California looks fairly dry. And that's pretty amazing considering we've got a huge storm system. If we go back to that surface analysis map, we can take a look at some of these pressures. These core pressures, we have 966 millibar. That's a gale. We have a storm right here, 969 millibar. And we have this developing, rapidly intensifying weather system right here, which is going to move sort of to the north east. And we'll keep an eye on that. We have this huge cold front. None of that's going to get in. We're going to have 90-degree weather, as I mentioned. That's because high pressure is blocking. High pressure flows to low pressure. If they place stationary high pressure in our area, nothing gets in. Okay, so that's how that works. Let's look at the western U.S. map. And we can see some detail right here. We have a lot of chemtrail spraying going on in this area on the SSEC map. Take a look at that as well. But we have this huge dual low pressure system. The other low is up here, and then we have something developing right down in this area. So the forecast is tomorrow is for more chemtrail spraying as this system continues to move east. They're trying to get it to move north. the map here is showing northbound movement here on this one low pressure, but the whole thing is still moving to the east, closer to the west coast. So we'll have to keep a close eye on that, see what develops. Here's the infrared map. A lot of rain offshore. It's all being sprayed, especially in this area. You can see that clockwise rotation. Very heavy chemtrailing going on there. Also, we've got a transmitter right here installing high pressure, and that's why we're having all that clockwise rotation. Here's the MODIS Today map for today. This is offshore of Los Angeles. We can see these long streaks. These are the chemtrails. And then, of course, all this other stuff is chemtrail streaks that have all spread out and dissipated. All this stuff here in the skies, except for these super white, pure white clouds here, these are natural clouds. All this white stuff that's buried under the chemtrail mix, those are all the natural clouds that they're spraying over. We see some natural thunderheads right here. So a lot of the spraying was done offshore. You can see these streaks. They're all over the place. As we get towards, this is Vandenberg, Lompoc, and we have Los Angeles right here. This map was, this photograph was taken probably early in the day, because the whole skyline around our area was completely, was a whiteout. Pretty much like yesterday, not quite as bad as yesterday, but a lot of spraying. That stops the rain. Let's take a look at the sea level pressure map. We can see the closed lows right up here. It's dual storm system, and we have all this high pressure right off the coast. That'll block everything. That's stationary. All right, 500 millibar map. We can see that storm up there. Huge trough. It's not going to move in though. It's all being blocked. And the 300 millibar map. And we can see a lot of squiggly lines up here. We have another low out here. This is that one we were looking at. They built in a channel of high pressure along through here to separate this system from this system. We can go back and take another quick look at that. This is how they separate these storms so that they don't all merge into some giant storm. Right here we have this transmitter generated path of high pressure right through here, and all through here as well. And right here we have the jet stream flow, which is being interrupted. We can see the interruption right here, and then this transmitter is preventing that jet stream flow from getting in and feeding the core of that dual low pressure system. Now the people on TV reporting the weather are not showing any of this detail. It's all animated cartoon type maps, and they will not show us this weather pattern because of the questions that people will eventually ask. Night after night, week after week, we see these storms come and go, and we don't get any rain. There's no rain. Look at this. This is the latest Doppler map. There's not any rain activity anywhere in the entire state. All right. Okay, so here's the swell report for that dual low pressure system, that storm system, and that is generating 36-foot swells right here in the core. This is right off of Oregon and Washington right here. We have 27-foot seas right off of California, about 1,000 miles off California. Okay, so that is the report today, and it would be nice to get some rain, but it's all in their hands. These people that are controlling these satellite transmitters and these ground transmitters and the coordinated chemtrail spraying operation, they have complete control of our weather, and it's in their hands. Okay, so that's the report, and notice the right angle up here that develops. If we go back to this big map, we can see the right angle right there. And then and this portion of the frontal system splits off towards the end. And we can see the separation of the core right here as well. This is all by itself. That's how these transmitters work. We have basically a rectangular shape outline where that transmitter is focusing all that energy. Okay, so that's the report, and we'll do another one later.